What's going on, guys? Pop Golden here, and today, normally I don't do videos like this, but I've been seeing this come up way more as I've been getting back into collecting Pokemon cards again, and it seems like everywhere I look, everybody is obsessed with PSA grading their cards, and I think the idea of knowing how clean a card is cool, and I also think that having a clean collection and collecting, I could completely understand why any collector would want a 10 out of 10 clean card. That makes complete sense to me. As a very serious collector, you would want your stuff to be mint. I'm not that serious about it. I just like owning the actual card, so if it is light play, moderate play, that's okay with me. But as a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player back in the day and stuff, I could see why you would want a clean card, so there's no way of cheating or having any weird bends or anything like that. But collecting wise, this is what I don't understand. I have a couple examples here. I'm going to show them on the screen. We have right here this Alakazam. This card, it seems like the sold listings recently have been for about $100, and with all the weird market stuff going on currently, it seems like people are trying to get more for it, $250 or so. But my question is this, and because it's between $100 and $250 about right now, we'll just say this card's worth about $150. Just for example, we'll say if I pull this card out of a pack and put it right into a sleeve and a top loader, I think it is safe to assume that the card is near mint to mint. Whether that constitutes a 9, a 9.5, a 10, whatever it is, a card right from pack to sleeve should be at least a 9, right? At least an 8, something like that. So why is it that when it gets sent in to be professionally graded, when it comes back as a 9, it's all of a sudden double, triple, quadruple in price, depending on the card? I understand it costs money to get it graded, but that shouldn't affect the value of the card. If the card is worth $150 and I hand it to someone that could look at it professionally and go, yep, pack to sleeve, it is very, very clean, it's actually a 9 or a 10, now it's worth $500. If the card is worth $150 near mint to mint, and then someone tells me that it's near mint to mint, why is the price so outrageously different all of a sudden? That just baffles me. I could see a 10 out of 10, a completely mint, nice card, being a little bit more, but the card prices shouldn't go up higher just because you paid someone to rate this for you, to tell you that it's a 10 out of 10. It should just be assumed if a card is near mint to mint that it's an 8 to a 10. And I'm seeing cards like this that it looks like they're like graded 7 that are selling for like about the right price, but I just don't understand when it gets higher than that, when it's an 8, when it's a 9 or a 10. I know the plastic casing that they put around it doesn't cost much, and just having that number that says 9, all of a sudden you're taking a regular card and making it a ton of money, and I can't understand that at all. And my second example is with Crystal type Lugia. You have a Crystal type Lugia here. This card is worth whatever everyone's trying to get it for now. Is it $300 or so? Sure, we'll say it's about a $300 card. This card comes out of the pack fresh, $300. I would like to assume that it's at least a 9. So if I send it in to someone and they look at it and go, yep, it's a 9, and they put a nice case around it and send it back to me, now I'm trying to get $800 for it. I'm putting this on eBay for like $3,000 if it's a 10. Like, I don't understand at all where these numbers are coming from, and I understand collectors want mint cards. That's fine, but there is like no way in hell that anyone should be paying more than quadruple the price of a card just because it's confirmed a minty card. I'm not trying to call anybody out that wants to collect minty cards. Neither of these are even that minty. But I just don't understand why people are willing to pay ridiculously inflated prices for cards that should already be assumed, unless otherwise stated, in good condition. Just because a professional grader slaps a number on it and confirms it for you, all of a sudden the price is unbelievably inflated. That makes zero sense to me, And as I look for cards now, I just come across it constantly. People saying, oh, do you want PSA? I have a PSA graded 9 thing. I'm like, I don't want any, I just want the card. I don't want it to be graded. I will just assume that, and I know that assuming isn't right, but if you list a card, if it has some nicks, it's light play. If it's near mint, it's near mint. If it's damaged, moderate play, whatever it is, and you could kind of gauge numbers. I mean, damage would be anywhere, what, between like 1 and 2, 0 and 2, 0 and 3, moderate, heavy, light play would be like a 6, 7, near mint, mint, 8, 9, 10. It's just like some guy tells you that it's mint, and all of a sudden it's like from $500 to like $5,000. That's just like a monumental difference. That does not make any sense. If a card's a 10 out of 10, I could see it potentially being a little bit more than what the normal market value of the card is worth. It should not be even close to double how much the card is worth just because it's mint. And the fact that it's beyond double, beyond triple, beyond quadruple, some of these Charizards, I mean, some of this stuff is completely outrageous. And not disrespecting or being rude to anybody that's into collecting cards like these, but I do just want this serious question to be answered as to why people are willing to pay so much money for these cards. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer if you do. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.